Hi everyone, my name's Tiarnee. I'm a proud Kalkadoon woman from Mount Isa, Queensland, and I'm currently living, working and studying on beautiful Gadigal land here in Sydney. And I'm in my 6th year studying a Masters of Clinical Psychology, and I've just submitted my thesis for the Masters of Suicidology. So looking forward to graduating this year and moving back home to beautiful Kalkadoon land and working with my people there. The blessing ceremony was absolutely beautiful. It was really, really emotional. I think we were all trying our hardest to hold back our tears, but I think it was such a touching way and sort of like, I think it was just, a beautiful way for us to send us to Canada. We all felt really safe and, ready for the journey ahead of us. Yeah, so I think social emotional wellbeing is so important, particularly for me, in ways in which how I care for myself and keep myself strong. And as Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, there are many different ways in which we, can look after ourselves holistically. So sometimes people say, connection to culture is their go-to. Sometimes people say connection to family is, really important for them as well. So, or connection to country as well. So I think it's important to have that social and emotional wellbeing sort of framework and take into consideration the many different ways in which we can care for ourselves. And I think it's also important that it highlights, by caring for ourselves and looking after ourselves in a holistic way, will sort of reduce those impacts of discrimination and racism that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people unfortunately still face today as well. So, I think for me, living off country and living, a fair way from home, connection to country is really important for me, and going back home and, to country is really important as well. I would say, to a young person particularly, that may be struggling with some mental health concerns, it's not shame to reach out for help. Although there's many different services that are available, there's also many different ways in which you can keep yourself strong. Sometimes people say reaching out to counsellors and psychologists is really important for them, but others say, connection to country and community and culture is really important for them. So find out what works for you, and do your best to engage with elders, other young people, and get that support, because everyone is there to look after for one another. Connection to country is just one way in which we can look after our social emotional wellbeing, but it's a really important way, particularly for me living off country. So when I'm homesick, I know it's also really important for me to head back home to my country, connect with my community as well. But living off country means I need to find other ways in which I can strengthen my social emotional wellbeing. So on weekends, to get a break from the city, I enjoy, going camping, going fishing, swimming in the ocean, swimming in the lakes, finding any opportunity I can to get on country. Yeah, I think that this particular trip has been in the works for many years now. And I think it's sort of inspiring to see sort of where it came about. So we were at the Suicide Prevention Conference in Perth a couple of years ago before COVID, and Belinda Durante and Anika sort of were talking about this cultural exchange, and wouldn't it be an amazing opportunity for young mob from Australia to go visit and hear experiences from other people overseas. So I think it's really inspiring to see where it sort of came from to where it is now. And although I'm really excited to go on this trip, I hope it's something that other young Indigenous people can also experience in the future. So I'm excited to learn about their culture, their histories, and how sort of their medicine wheel has sort of been adapted, and how it sort of, I guess, is Aboriginal people over there use it in their day-to-day life. I'm also really excited to see their beautiful culture and their beautiful dances as well, and visit the reserves over there. I think I would just, lastly like to end on thanking Arnie, Pat, Belinda, the Anika Foundation, University of Western Australia, and our hosts over there, Carla, who have, been planning this trip for many, many months, even years. And yeah, just really thank them for the opportunity, but also the other 5 young people that I'm going on the trip with as well. I think it's a great opportunity that we all get to come together and, travel across the other side of the world.